Hi guys, welcome back. So today I have another makeup look for you guys, and this time is really bold and it's a bit wearable. It's like wearable colors, like toned down, but it's still really bold and out there. And I really had a lot of fun creating this look, and I hope you like the video as well. I mean, it turned out quite nicely. It's a really nice ombre. It looks a bit unicorn inspired, so I really like how it turned out, and I hope you guys like it too. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Hi guys, I'm going to point out something really quickly. Yes, my shoulders are red. It's because they're sunburned and I burnt my shoulders over the weekend, and yeah, let's just move past that. But yeah, I forgot my SPF during the weekend, and I tried really hard not to be under the sun, but I was like under the sun for like 5-10 minutes and I get burned, so let's just move past that. I'm going to move on to my eyes, and to prime my eyelids, I'm going to use the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade 01 White. It looks like this. It's just a regular white pot. Since I'm using really bright colors, I thought I'd use a white primer today for my eyes. It's been a really long time since I did chatty videos, and I just kind of miss it, and I miss like talking to you guys and like knowing what you're up to and what you like and stuff like that. So yeah, how are you guys? How have you been doing? Ignore the fact that I'm like breaking out everywhere. Hormonal breakouts. They're so annoying. Right, so my eyelids are primed. Now for eyeshadow, I am going to use two palettes maybe. I don't know which one. They're the BH Cosmetics 120 color palettes, and I have the second or the third edition, so I'm going to use either or, and I'll tell you which one's which. I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just really winging it today, and I want to see what I'm able to create. You know what? I might actually use both. I think I'm going to use both. I really want to use some of these blue shades right here. I might use those. Maybe some like peachy pastels, maybe a lilac. Do we have a lilac here? What I do want to use today is white liner, and I have this one by NYX, the box here, the white liner. I also have the black one, but I think I'm going to use the white one today, so maybe I'll do something like funky and pastel-y. From the second edition palette, I'm going to grab this white right here and just lightly dust it so this doesn't happen, so it doesn't really crease. I think I'm going to go in with this yellow right here, like in my inner corner, and I think I'm going to mix it with a peachy pink. I'm not swiping, I'm just packing right now. And I think my brush had a little bit of glitter because I have glitter here. Now, to blend that out, I'm going to grab a fluffy crease brush. Now, from the second stack, I'm going to use this peachy shade. I don't think you can really see it. I think the light is a bit too harsh for you to see the proper color, but it's truly like a peachy pink. Buff that slightly. I don't want too much. Now, from the second edition palette and the first stack, I'm going to use this shade right here, which is a even peachier pink. Grab my brush again. I'm sorry if you hear the fans, but it's boiling in here, and I'm going to try to mask that sound as much as possible, but I'm sorry if you hear it. I'm going to go back in with the yellow and just kind of drag it onto there. Now, I'm going to grab another brush and spritz it as well. From the third edition palette and the first stack, I'm going to grab this like light pastel, lilac, lavender, whatever you want to call it. And now I'm just going to pack it on here as well. Very lightly. I only grabbed a tiny little bit because I don't want it to be way too intense. I want it to be like a soft transition. I haven't done something this colorful in a while, so I'm actually having a lot of fun creating this. Then again, with my fluffy brush and the original peachy shade that I grabbed, I'm going to place it again because we're missing out. And the other. Then again with this peachy shade, grab my yellow again and just slowly buff the other shade in. Now from the second edition palette, I'm going to grab this lilac right here, and with the same brush that I used the pinky in, I'm going to mix those two together and just go over it. Oh, this one's a lot more pigmented than I thought. Maybe I should have just used this one. Now I know I'm making the outer corner really messy, but I'm going to wing it out and clean it up. Then again with my fluffy crease brush, just buff that out. Now I'm going to flip the brush to the clean side. Next, from the second edition palette, I'm going to grab the shade right here, this blue, this nice blue. I don't even know how to describe the shade, but this blue, and then I'm going to put at the very outer corner just a tiny bit this blue right here. So I'm going to use this one and this one. And I'm just really blending these two in. I'm layering them one on top of another so they blend slowly, because I really don't want them to look harsh, but I don't want the color to really fade or mix a lot. I'm just going to slightly drag it onto each other. And then again with my fluffy brush, just buffing that out so there are no harsh lines. I'm going to grab my Madifer Cosmetics crease brush, and it looks a bit dirty, but it isn't, it's just a little stained. And I'm going to grab the same peachy shade for my transition here and just buff this in properly, because it's not buffing in right. I'm going to intensify that blue at the very corner, so it looks like intense, yet a little blended, but the color doesn't fade away too quick. A lot better. This part looks a bit unicorny. Is that even a word, or did I just make it up? Unicorny. Buffing the colors together. I'm going to use a wet blight. I've mentioned these in my favorites. And I'm going to grab a makeup remover wipe and remove the makeup and the fallout and everything that I don't want to be there. Just remove all of this. And right here, I'm just going to that whistle was necessary. Going to grab my blender brush one more time and just right here, just hit it right here and blend it a tiny bit. Maybe again with the blue at the very edge. Edge. There. Now I'm going to go in with my white liquid liner, and this one's by NYX. Can you see? It's the white liquid liner. I really hope this white liquid liner is as good as my black one, my matte liquid liner. I've never tried this, so it would be kind of like a first impression on the liner. So yeah. Ooh, it has a lot of pigment, that I can assure. So I'm going to remove the excess off, and then I'm going to look down and just begin lining. Ooh, it is pigmented. Hope it doesn't crack though. The brush tip is just as easy to use as a matte liquid liner, so I suppose it's the same one, which is good because I don't like using hard ones. Here, that's a really long one. I like that. Okay, I'm going to let that one set a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with glitter. The glitter that I'm using is the Bisou glitter in the shade 17. It looks like this. It has that kind of a pink and purple reflect, and I want to put that in the inner corner. To stick that on, I'm going to be using the only non-drugstore product because I still can't get my hands on the NYX glitter glue that I've been looking for everywhere, but this will have to do for now. This is the Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. Now, I know it's a primer, but it actually sticks glitter pretty good. pretty darn good. So the brush that I'm going to be using is a Real Techniques definer brush, and I'm just going to slightly dip it into here. Put my brush a little bit, then go in at the very inner corner. Quite messily actually. I think I'm going to mix the glitter with another glitter that I have by the same brand. This is Bisou Glitter in the shade 22, and this is a holographic silver. And I'm going to kind of mix it in my inner corner. I'm going to go in and mix it. Oh yeah, I like that. Now I know it looks kind of messy right now, but again, we're going to clean it up with the white. Remove all of this glitter. The liner, now that I'm looking at it, it is cracking a tiny bit right at the center of my eyelid, so I'm going to try to fix that up. I'm going to curl my eyelashes a tiny bit. And I'm going to apply mascara, and the mascara that I'm using is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Now for a Drugstore mascara, I really like this mascara for my top lashes. And for lashes, I'm going to use quite small lashes, and I'm using the Salon Perfect Demi Wispies, and I've shown you these lashes before. They're my absolute favorite lashes, and I'm going to use some today. The lash glue that I'm going to use is the Duo Brush On Adhesive. I actually lost my lash applicator, so I'm using tweezers, which I do not recommend because it's something sharp and it could go in your eyeball. So again, I'm going to look down and just place them in the middle as close to my lash line as possible, and then just drag it to the end of my eye and my inner corner. Now, right as I applied the lashes, the liner actually came off, so this is not the best liner that I've ever used, like my NYX Matte Liquid Liner, but for a white liner, and the pigmentation is really nice. It's just that it cracks a lot. And this is one I done. I mean, it's really colorful and glittery and bold, not wearable at all. I mean, it's quite wearable to a degree, but yeah. I'm going to finish up my other eye with the liner, lashes, and the glitter, and I'll be right back. So this is what the finished eye look looks like. The only thing that I didn't really like is the liner. It is cracking quite a lot. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's cracking quite a lot. And I think one wing is maybe longer than the other one, but if I try to fix that, I'm going to ruin everything. So the liner is cracking a crap ton. Look, I'm going to zoom you in and you're going to get up close and personal. But look at my liner. It's cracking a ton. I don't know what it is. Maybe I got a bad batch. Maybe it's the formula. Maybe it's the liner with the eyeshadow. I have no clue. But every single time I apply it, it cracks. I mean, the pigment's amazing, but look. I'm going to try to fix it at the end of the video so it doesn't keep on cracking, but yeah. Now I'm going to prime my face again because the primer probably wore off and I want it a little bit fresher. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit more on my T-zone. For foundation, I'm going to use the Chi Chi Fabulous and Flawless Foundation in the shade 3 Light with the lightning drops because it's still a bit too dark. Just a little bit. I'm going to use 2 pumps of that. I'm going to buff the foundation out with the Marifra Cosmetics Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki brush, and it's the YX1226. For cream contour and just spot concealer, I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics Pink Color Camouflage Concealer Palette. And my palette is like well loved. It's gritty and well loved, so fair warning. For my spots, I'm going to use a mixture between these two. And for contouring, I'm going to use a mixture between these two. I'm just going to use a little bit of oil and dab it onto my brush so the creams glide on a lot easier. And I'm going to cream contour. Now I'm going to conceal, and for concealing I'm going to use the NYX Gotcha Covered Waterproof Concealer, and this is in the shade 00 Alabaster, and it claims to be full coverage and dewy finish all day wear. Now this is the lightest shade I found, and it sounded really similar to my Tarte Maracuja Crease Concealer, which is my all-time favorite concealer, especially to cover these bags. Like, look at them, they're so hard. And yeah, I mean, this is very, very pale, and it's lighter than my Tarte one, so this one will be kind of like my highlight. On the box it says, this velvety concealer indulges the skin with rich coconut oil while masking discoloration and imperfections. Sounds good. And it looks like this. It looks exactly like my Tarte Maracuja one, except a little bit cheaper, to be honest, because this is like plastic, and the other one, and the plastic cap, and the other one is like plastic and then like a wooden cap, which looks a bit fancier, but it's still like the same thing. So I really hope it looks the same. I have not used this yet, so I'm going to try it for the very first time. So I grabbed this much, and normally that's more than enough for highlighting with my Tarte one. Okay, yeah, it's pigmented and it feels just as creamy, maybe a little bit thicker, but nothing we can't work with. Okay, it's quite easy to blend actually. Okay, it's quite pigmented. It's spreading out very easily. And the camera picks it up like really bright. I'm going to see if I can buff it out with my brush. I mean, it's alright, but I think I prefer my finger. The shade is really nice, but I'm going to attempt to blend it out with my sponge now. This is actually quite nice and pigmented. I'm just going to try to build it up around my dark circles. Maybe I should have color corrected, maybe I shouldn't have, I don't know. But I just really wanted to see how full coverage this concealer was, and it is pretty damn full coverage. I'm just going to try to conceal like my inner corner bags. I really like how this looks. I like the coverage, but I don't think the coverage is as full coverage as my Tarte one. But I really like the concealer so far. Now let's try to see how that sets. For setting my face, I'm going to use the NYX Mineral Set It and Don't Fret It. Don't you fret, monsieur. Nice. I don't feel like hey. Oh my god. Who likes Les Mis? Oh my god, please tell me someone here that watches my channel likes Les Mis. Tell me. I love them so much, but yeah, tell me that below. That'd be really cool if you really like them too. This is the matte finishing powder. It's a loose powder. I have used this, but just a tiny bit before, not to actually set the concealer properly. And it feels really buttery smooth. I have no idea if it actually has a white cast, but it is colored, so it's probably not. It probably doesn't have flashback, but I'm just going to set it with my sponge. Grab some like that, and just... I like how the powder looks and feels on my eyes. I don't feel it way too drying. It is a bit drying, but my under eyes are really dry right now. I kind of like how it looks, but there's definitely less coverage than my Tarte one. Like, you can still see a little bit my dark circles. So. It looks really pale on camera. Now that I've set my face with that powder, my under eyes, well, everywhere where I concealed and highlighted except my contour, I'm going to dust off a little tiny bit because I feel like I have a bit too much powder. So I'm just going to dust the excess off. Now I'm going to bronze, and for bronzer I'm going to use my favorite. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It looks like this right here. I've used it in my channel tons of times before. It's my favorite bronzer. Just going to grab quite a lot and bronze my face to set that like contour slash bronze. Now for contour, I'm going to use the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. Now I've used one contour and one powder, and it's like it got everywhere, but it's this one right here. It's not new, it's a little bit older. I don't know how old it is really, but I'm going to use this shade right here and that one to set my under eyes or to highlight my under eyes, and maybe that one to highlight, like the massive highlight, or just to top it off. I don't know. But I am going to use this one for contour. This is the shade Toffee slash Caramel. Toffee, I believe it's called Toffee. I'm going to use my Real Techniques contour brush. Just coat it a little bit. Contour a tad bit. And now with a Royal and Nicolle Angle Shader brush for the eyes, I'm going to contour my nose. And then I'm going to go in with the lighter shade, which is Soft Light. And it's a matte color, and I'm just going to... And then with an angled face brush, I'm going to highlight my under eyes a little bit more and counteract like that weird yellowness that the powder gave me. For blush, I'm going to use the NYX HD blush in the shade 09 Bitten, and it looks like this. I've used it on my channel before, and I think it would look perfect. Just coat it on a dual fiber brush, tap off the excess, and I apply quite a bit because with the highlight, it kind of rubs off. Then with my Real Techniques setting brush and my JCat Golden Soleil Baked Bronzer, I haven't used this in ages and I'm so excited to use it again. And this is in the shade 101 Coconut Island. I used to love it last year so much, like throughout the first part of the year, and I just loved it. So I'm going to use it again. First, I'm going to do my old trick, just wet my brush. Now I'm going to grab my highlighter and just drag it across and highlight. From the NYX Contour Palette, I'm going to grab the really pale icy highlight, and this is in the shade Ice Queen. That is a perfect name for this shade. It's a really icy highlight, a silvery highlight. It's a really pale highlight, you can see it right there. It's not too intense like my Becca ones, but it's pretty intense. Just going to grab. Ooh, okay, yeah. And like I said, my blush comes off when I highlight, so whatever's left on that brush, to blush my cheeks again. Now I'm going to set my face, and I'm going to set it with the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. It looks like this. It's the classic NYX Dewy Spray. And I'm just going to spritz my face and set all the powders and make my highlight a little bit more intense afterwards. I mean, it's quite intense already, but I'm going to make it a little bit more intense, so. I really like the mist. It's so fine, and I think I like it better than my Urban Decay All Nighter. I think it's a lot finer, and I really like it. And it actually makes my skin look quite dewy without looking oily, so I really like it. go softly the highest point of my cheek and just oof. Then again, I'm not rubbing too much because then you're gonna get like that powdery look, and I really don't like that. So alright, I finished highlighting, and I also did my lower lash line. I just did the exact same thing I did on the top, I did it on the bottom. That's it. And then I just applied some mascara. And now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. And for my eyebrows, I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade 08 Black Noir. Yes, I said it over to well. And I'm just going to comb my eyebrows and lightly fill in the first half. And the bottom. And now my arch, just little feather-like strokes. And this is kind of like my natural brow look. I mean, it doesn't look really that different. I just filled in the empty spaces, not too much. And yeah, now I'm going to do this eyebrow. This is my good eyebrow. Now for my brow gel, I'm going to use the Maybelline Brow Drama Transparent Sculpting Brow Mascara. And it's just a transparent one, I just said. I'm just going to set my eyebrows in place. And this is kind of like a dupe for the, This is kind of like a dupe for the Anastasia one. It's not as good as the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, but I mean, it gets pretty close to it. It keeps my brows like this for most of the day. Last but not least, I'm going to go in with lipstick, and this is the NYX Lip Lingerie in this shade 07 Satin Ribbon, and this is a really pale nude. Looks like this. And I'm just going to apply it. But first, I'm going to line my lips with a pinky lip liner. This is by Shalala, and it's in the shade Tender Love. This is a brand you can only get in Mexico, so that's why I don't really mention this, but it's just a pinky nude lip liner. Any nude lip liner or any nude lipstick, lip color that you have will do the job. So yeah. I'm overlining my lips a tiny bit on the bottom and the top. And now with the lipstick, alright, I changed my necklace because I figured this one might look a little bit better. I don't know. I'm still not really feeling it, but so yeah, this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you like it. I mean, it's really bold and creative, and I really like how it turned out, except for the white liner that keeps on cracking. I just don't know why that is happening, because I haven't seen that happen before, but I don't know. Anyways, I hope you really like this tutorial. If you do like bold tutorials and chatty ones, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I have plenty of fun new videos planned out for the next month of May, and I hope you really like them. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Oh, this you crazy mother...